Għasfur twil madwar 25 cm. Għasfur li għandu bżonn l-ilma biex jgħix. Dan għaliex huwa għasfur li jiekol il-ħut.
Excuse me. Sorry, I'm busy right now. Just a little peck and I'll be with you. Hello. Let me introduce myself. I'm an oyster catcher, and as you can see, there are plenty of us here on the Netherlands coast. For generations, we fed on mussels and other mollusks, just like this. There we go. And it's a real skill. But my lifestyle could change. With this disrupted climate, the acidity of the sea has increased on the surface because of these infamous greenhouse gases. As a result, making a seashell is getting harder, and this could cause real problems for all shellfish and for my mussels. What a mess. For us, it is more than time. Where possible, don't use a tumble dryer.
Fakruna li tista' tgħix sa 100 sena. Il-fakruna Herman. Fakruna li tgħix fil-Mediterran.
I'm a Herman's tortoise. That's my name. Oh, I know. I'm not a speed champion, but few, on the other hand, can compete with me in longevity. I can live for 100 years. You can find me in the Mediterranean scrublands and undergrowth, tanning my shell under the sun. I'm very stay-at-home. Where I'm born is where I'll live. With climate change and the rising temperatures in this part of the globe, forest fires are more and more frequent and can become gigantic. And if we're not roasted on the spot and somehow survive, we find ourselves lost on devastated grounds. For us, it is more than time. Eat organic food.
Ir-reddier. ċerva li tgħix fiċ-ċentru ta' Spanja. ċerva li tgħix fil-foresti.
I'm a cervid, but which one? Short antlers, a red coat in summer, a grey one in winter. I'm fast and graceful. Haven't you guessed? I'm a roe deer. Maybe you'll come across me one day, off the beaten track, or you'll hear me braying far away. I hide, and I'm afraid of you humans. But there's a small parasitic animal that's even more threatening, because it can transmit diseases, and that can be really serious for humans. It's the tick. Now, with global warming, there are more ticks than ever, and their habitat is spreading. For us, it is more than time. Save paper. Share your reading material.
L-orsijiet polari. L-orsijiet li bil-pilu x-xaħam tagħhom jilqgħu sew għall-kesħa kifra. Fil-fatt meta t-temperatura tkun iktar minn 10 gradi imutu bisħana.
Here in Spitsbergen, hardly anything grows, and everything is white, cold and icy. Oh, but only if you knew how I love my country, far away from humans. I feel strong, the mighty carnivore that I am. I can run faster than you, and I can swim much better than you can. But there is one thing that I'm against, and that's global warming. and I'm completely powerless. I can hardly recognize the landscape around here. I watch my sea ice getting a bit smaller every year. My prey, the seals for example, also need the sea ice to live. Where will I go then to find something to eat? For us, it is more than time. Instead of a bath, take a shower.
Il-pengwin gentu, iswed minn wara u abjad minn qoddim. Dawn il-pengwini minn dejjem kienu jgħixu fil-Baħar Antartiku, flimkien ma' pengwini oħra.
Black at the back, white at the front. I'm the Gentoo penguin. Since the dawn of time, I've shared the Antarctic waters with other penguins, and there's plenty of room for all of us. Once a year, the whole colony comes here to the Antarctic Peninsula to nest. I'm a bird, don't forget, and when the chicks are well fed and strong enough, into the water we all go. It's our life cycle. Until the climate started changing. Now things are getting out of hand. The sea ice is melting. There's less and less plankton, and the whole food chain is out of kilter. I can't help wondering, what will be left for us to eat? For us, it is more than time. Use energy-saving light bulbs. Energy is precious.
Il-buffalo Afrikan. Dan jgħix fit-Tanzanija. It-temperatura hawnhekk qed tola u għalhekk hemm iktar nixfa.
Welcome to Tanzania. I'm an African buffalo. Like the antelope and the gazelle, I belong to the bovid family. We're 1.5 meters tall at the shoulders, and the males weigh 700 kilograms. We're on the hefty side, and you'd be wise not to get on the wrong side of us, especially nowadays. Due to climate change, the temperature's rising, drought is spreading, and all mammals are affected. The numbers of certain species of antelope, such as the black sable and the roan, are already dwindling. The normal routes of migratory species have been thrown into chaos. In short, it's a shambles. For us, it is more than time. Water is precious. Don't leave the taps running.
Il-fakruna l-ħadra, fakruna li tgħix fil-Malasja, fakruna li tgħix ġo baħar sħun.
I was born here in Malaysia, on this beach at the edge of the Indian Ocean. They call me the green turtle. I live in warm seas, near coral reefs. For many years, we sea turtles have been the victims of fishing nets, pollution, and the theft of our eggs. We're hunted for our meat and our shells. But today, there's another threat hanging over our shells. With global warming, the sea level is rising. Some islands are now underwater, and our egg-laying sites are getting narrower and narrower, reduced to a thin strip of sand, which risks disappearing altogether. For us, it is more than time. Tap water is usually safe. Drink it.
Dawn il-filmati se juruna annimali oħra li qegħdin friskju li jinqerdu.
Hi, I'm the Arctic fox. This grey-brown coat is my summer outfit. In winter, my fur will turn white so that I can blend in with the snowy landscapes in the Arctic region. It's handy for hunting. I love the cold. I can withstand freezing temperatures. What's my favourite food? Small rodents. Trouble is, it's also my cousin's favourite food. He's a red fox, and he's bigger and stronger than I am. With global warming, he's been able to move further north, and little by little, he's invading my territory. He's not very keen on sharing, so I'm starting to feel threatened around here. For us, it is more than time. Use a laptop. It needs less energy than a desktop. No, I don't sleep all the time, as you can see for yourself, but I am shy and careful. We marmots are always on the lookout. Eagles and foxes are never far away, so at the slightest sign of danger, we whistle to warn each other. Here in the Alpine Massif, I live in the upper limits of the forest. I feast on meadow grass, along with the occasional spider or two, and a few worms. Delicious. The trouble is, things are changing around here with the rising temperatures. The forests are growing at higher altitudes. My beloved meadows are shrinking, and I will soon have less and less grass to eat. For us, it is more than time. Save energy. Select low temperature washing programs. Hello, they call me a scaly turtle because of my shell. Look at my scales. They overlap like the tiles in a roof. Since the dawn of time, I live in the clear waters of the Caribbean Sea and only return on land when it's time to lay eggs. I feed on sponges that live in the coral reefs. But today, all marine life is disrupted because of global warming. Look at how the coral reefs are going white. The increase in water temperature may well be fatal for them, not to mention the cyclones, which now rage more violently and frequently, devastating the fauna and flora in the sea. For us, it is more than time. Choose public transport. I'm a grizzly bear. Look how impressive I am. Generally, I prefer to live on my own, except during the season when salmon and trout swim back up the rivers and streams to spawn. We grizzlies are very greedy, and we can deal quite a blow with our paws. But climate change has played havoc with our fishing trips. For some time now, the water temperature has been constantly rising. The fish are disorientated and travel up the rivers and streams up to 6 weeks earlier than the normal time. Some rivers are becoming too warm for these cold fish, so there are places where there are fewer fish than usual. For us, it is more than time. Only a short distance? Leave the car in the garage. The ice of the Arctic is my living space. Me, the ringed seal, I'm a bit like a fluffy toy that you want to hold in your arms. I'm the smallest of the seals. I share this white and majestic world with other species, such as the bearded seal here. I was born in a den, which my parents dug in the ice pack. The problem is climate warming, which is making the ice pack and glaciers melt. Consequently, baby seals slide sooner and sooner from their dens to the icy water and find themselves left on their own much too soon. Some of them don't make it and die. For us, it is more than time. Hot water is precious. Insulate your water pipe. Me, I'm a pied flycatcher, and I like travelling, discovering other horizons. I like to spend the winter in Africa, But when spring arrives, I fly back to Europe. I like Europe and its beautiful forests of broadleaf trees. People put up nesting boxes to protect me from stone martens. The forests are teeming with my favourite food. Flies, of course, but also beetles and caterpillars. Because of climate change, I have a big problem. Butterfly eggs hatch earlier than before, so that when I have to feed my young, the caterpillars have already become butterflies. Some chicks die, and others are unable to make the trip to Africa. For us, it is more than time. Choose carpooling. I spend most of my time here, in the trees of the Indonesian forest on the island of Borneo. I'm an orangutan. My name comes from Malay and means man of the forest. I'm afraid my living space is more than ever in danger today. There are already many threats, but climate change isn't helping. The drought sometimes lasts for several years, and forest fires become catastrophic. If it goes on like this, my trees will become scarce. Then where will I live? Recently, an area of forests and peat bogs as big as half of Poland went up in smoke. The trees die and we suffocate. Man's health is also in danger. For us, it is more than time. To switch off completely, use sockets with a switch. Like the penguins, we Weddell seals live along the Antarctic Peninsula. There are 800,000 of us today in the icy waters of the Southern Hemisphere, and we're champion divers, up to 700 meters deep. Life would be even better if it weren't for this awful global warming thing, which is really noticeable in the polar regions. The Antarctic Ocean is heating up, especially at the surface, of course. The entire ecosystem is readjusting, and that's upset the whole food chain. Less plankton means fewer fish, fewer mollusks, and that means we have less food. For us, it is more than time. Stuck in a traffic jam? Switch off your engine. What a beautiful forest! Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a wood warbler, a migratory bird. In the autumn, I go to Africa, and in the spring, I come back here to nest. Ah, the great forests. The hills covered by old oaks, the forests of huge beeches, the undergrowth, the ground covered with a hummus of dead leaves. I'm very particular about my habitat. I've tried pine forests, but it definitely wasn't for me. And that's the problem with the temperatures going up. The beech groves are dying. It starts with the twigs and then the branches, and in a few years, the trees are dead. For us, it is more than time. Where possible, don't use a tumble dryer. I'm a snow leopard, a big cat from the high mountains in Central Asia. My white spotted fur is very valuable. Poachers still hunt me. So I hide. In winter, I live alone in the Himalayan forests, and in the summer I go up to the meadows at heights of up to 6,000 meters. From here, I can see how fast the glaciers are melting due to global warming. These glaciers form a huge reservoir of water. They supply countless rivers, which are essential to the lives of 500 million people. Very soon, if nothing changes, there will be no glaciers left in the Himalayas. For us, it is more than time. Put a lid on your saucepans. Save energy. I'm a wapiti, and that's a real Scout's totem name. The Native Americans admired my majestic bearing, the way I swim, and my running speed. I like to live on the edge of forests, such as here in the Canadian Rockies. I feed on grasses, leaves, and bark. With global warming, spring comes around much too soon. All nature blossoms so early now. And yet, winter is really needed. It is part of the life cycle of plants. It allows water reserves to be built up again. It must not disappear. For us, it is more than time. You're leaving the room? Switch off the lights. I'm an orca. I belong to the same family as the dolphin. Here in the open seas around Norway, we live in groups. Our fishing technique is second to none, deadly even for migratory fish, as long as there are fish around. There are several factors at play, but global warming certainly isn't helping. The food pyramid is out of balance. Plankton, which can't cope with rising sea temperatures, is getting scarcer and moving further north. The herrings that feed on plankton have had to follow and are changing their normal migratory paths. And we orcas, we'll have to follow too, willy or nilly. For us, it is more than time. To switch off completely, use sockets with a switch.